Mike Thomas said that you guys lost the quarterback of your defense in Alen Roberts when he got hurt. How do you guys work past something like that when he's so big for communication?
Yeah, Alen is a leader in our defense. Being the middle backer, being the signal caller for us, and so being the green dot, and so losing him. Losing a guy like that is huge, but we got to have guys who are able to come in and step up, and end of the day, it's the next man up, and so having capable guys, to come in and make up for those guys, being hurt is really important, and so we just got to continue to get those guys ready, to be able to step up and to be able to come in, help us out, and so I think it's going to be a big step forward, this week, and hoping you can be back this week.
Alex, I know we talk a lot about some of the challenges of playing on a short week, but especially playing against a Patriots team that you guys might not know entirely who will be starting at quarterback for them. What are some of the challenges in that way?
Yeah, I think we just got to watch film and prepare for both. No matter who it's going to be, and but I think they are going to come in here and really want to run the ball and establish that. So they came in, they ran it last year, so we got to do a good job of stopping the run. We can't let them get going in that way. So I think it's going to be important, stop the run and then get out to run the pass after that.
Alex, how is the day after? What's the mindset of this room right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating, losing the way we did, on our home turf. But in the day, it's a short week, so we got to flush that and get going to the Patriots. So we've already started, watching film and getting ready for those guys, and so we just got to, bounce back this week and make a statement on Thursday.
Alex, was having Micah back from a flow standpoint something you guys felt up front?
Yeah, absolutely. Mika's another leader, captain on our defense, and so having him back was huge. Especially for the secondary as well when it comes to communication and just being a leader for our defense. His presence is always felt, and so having a guy like him, who's the best in the world at what he does, having him back, is huge for us, and so it's just great to have him back, and I know he's glad to be back as well.
Alex, I know it's not on your side of the ball, but when you lose the starting quarterback, I imagine it can be a deflating feeling. For you guys, how do you look at it? How does it change the outlook of what you can accomplish this season?
Yeah, Mitch is he's very capable. He's going to come in and do the job for us, and we're all confident that we all believe in him. And so, having him come in, we know he's been in this position before, so we're all very confident. He's going to come in and be able to make the plays and lead us in the way that we know that he can. And so we're all going to rally around him. Because we know he's going to make a lot of plays for us down the stretch.
Alex, you guys went 10 of 17, or they went 10 of 17 on third downs. Were there looks that you guys maybe didn't recognize on some of those third downs, or were you guys prepared and just missed on some of those plays?
I honestly think we were prepared in a lot of ways. Plays that had to be made, we just didn't do a good job of executing on third down. That really, especially the 99-yard drive, they took advantage of us on that drive because we couldn't get off the field on third down. We had been 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Winnable downs for us, and we didn't make the plays that were needed to be made to get off the field, and so that drive was definitely really deflating. And so we just got to. I feel like we were making progress, getting off the field in third downs and stuff like that. But having a drive like that is definitely deflating. So we just got to be better, a lot better, and get off the field third down.
Alex, you guys have lost 3 quarterbacks of the defense. How can you realistically recover and get production out of it?
Yeah, Coach Tomlin always says you give a capable man information, he runs with it. So, like whoever's in there, we're going to provide them, with everything that they need, and those guys are going to prepare well and come out and play. And so I think that's just going to be important, knowing that we're going to have capable guys that step up and be able to make plays and really captain and lead our defense, because being the middle backer spot, being the green dot, that's where all the communication starts. And so we know that we're going to have capable guys come in and fill in for those guys.
To that regard, having Miles, is that a positive just because he's been with you guys and you know the system?
Yeah, absolutely. Miles being here last year, he knows the system, and so having him here is huge. And also Blake as well, coming in, he's a veteran guy, who's played a long time in this league. So having veteran voices like that, in the locker room is going to be huge for us.
Is it a hard system to pick up for a newcomer coming in, especially in that inside?
Yeah, I mean, I think coming in, like new to something, it takes time, to really get adjusted to it. But like I said, those are veteran guys, they've been in the league for a while, so I feel very confident in them, being able to pick up, and adjust in that way.
You've dealt with groin injuries before. What's the challenge in, that kind of soft tissue injury healing, especially, maybe short week isn't realistic, but toward the end of the season, what is the challenge in coming back?
Yeah, I think it's just really more, it's, of course, it's physical, but it's also mental as well, getting over that mental hurdle. Because I remember I hurt mine a couple years ago, and I think the biggest thing for me was just getting over the mental part and knowing that, hey, like really trusting it and knowing that, I can go full speed with it. So I think that's just, thing, E-Rob's going through it right now, so I know it's going to be important for him to go out of treatment, just rested, for this game on Thursday, and, knowing that, you got to get over that mental block as well. But, it's definitely injury, that, moving side to side, it's hard to deal with, but, I know he's going to, he's going to get a lot of rehab and stuff, and, try his best to be back on Thursday.
Alex, it looked like the run defense had been making progress. Then after giving up 100-plus yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, where did you see the biggest shortcomings?
I just think, we weren't getting off blocks well. So I felt like first half, we were playing it pretty well, and then second half we just weren't getting off blocks, and we weren't, staying in the right gaps. And overall, we just got to, take a look at ourselves. Every man take a look at themselves in the man in the mirror. We just got to be better in that area. I got to be better, and we just all got to be better. Because to stop the run, it's a cohesive thing. It's a whole unit thing, and so we just know we got to be a lot better in that area. And like I said, we're making progress, but having a guy rush for 100 yards, is unacceptable. And so we just got to get back on that. We know they're going to come in and try to run the ball this week, and so we just got to really, nail down on that this week.
Alex, TJ's expressed some frustration with the way that he's being officiated. Do you have similar frustrations? And I imagine maybe the text thread might have some more details than you may be willing to provide to us.
I mean, he gets held almost every play. That's just how I feel. And he's out there, rushing like crazy. And so, I can sense his frustration. But he's a guy who, his balls to the wall every single play. When he doesn't get some of those calls, that he should get. It's definitely frustrating.
One more, even more impressive than what he's doing, given the way that teams are playing him, and he's still able to get some sacks.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got, gets chipped a lot, gets a lot of attention drawn towards him, and so for him to be able to still make a lot of plays during a while getting chipped and getting held and everything, and it just shows the type of player that he is.
Pat, you guys have had a couple instances this season where Mitch has had to come in and finish a game, but how different can the offense be knowing that you have a couple days to prepare for him to come in and lead the offense?
Yeah, it's going to be the same offense. Mitch takes reps in practice, and we have full confidence in Mitch to execute the game plan, and we're just full steam ahead.
Pat, did you feel like you guys weren't prepared for some of the looks they brought defensively, or did you guys feel like there were just key spots that you had to hit that were right in front of you?
No, we were prepared for sure. They didn't really throw anything at us too special. We just didn't execute on our end.
Pat, what do you like about Mitch's leadership and game?
Yeah, Mitch is a good leader in game. He brings everyone together. He really communicates on what he wants the receivers to do and stuff, and he's a good leader.
When you have a quarterback go down, that can be a tough thing, I'm sure, for a team. Does it change your outlook on what you guys can accomplish this season?
No, we have full confidence in all of our quarterbacks to execute the offense and get us some wins.
How frustrating is it to have problems like not getting lined up right still at this point in the season?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. We've had the same formations for 3 years now, names of them, and it's pretty frustrating.
How do you go about fixing that?
Study the game plan longer. Communicate. Line up where you're supposed to line up.
What's the biggest difference in how Mitch plays from where he was as a starter last year to the guy that's coming in now and will start this game on Thursday?
Is that how much he changes how he plays?
Yeah, what's the biggest difference maybe in what he was, how he played the first when he was starting to now?
I don't think there's much of a difference. I mean, he's always been confident in his ability. We're expecting him to come in and lead us and execute what we're asking for the offense to execute.
Have you had a chance to talk yet with Kenny, and how's he doing?
Yeah, I've talked to Kenny. He's obviously frustrated with the injury, but we're expecting him to rehab hard and come back whenever he's available.
What was it like watching the film in that game? I mean, you guys made mistakes, but there was also you moved the ball in some chunks too. Did you feel like there was some positive there to take away from it?
Yeah, we moved the ball. Obviously there's some positives, but same stuff. We didn't score in the red zone. Got stuff in 4th and 1, and we kicked the field goal on the other one. We should have scored. So we just gotta figure it out down there and score touchdowns. I think if we didn't convert on that 4th and 1, we would have been up 14-3 if we scored both times we were in the red zone. So that's a whole totally different ballgame.
How frustrating is it to still have these red zone problems, struggles to get the ball in the end zone?
Yeah, very frustrating. Week 14 now. We got to figure it out. there's no really other option. You know, we've kind of tried to do everything we can. It's just about putting the football in the end zone.
And how do you stay positive in that regard, since you haven't figured it out to this point that will happen?
Just keep showing up to work and try and find little things that will allow us to get in the end zone.
For you guys as an offense this week, knowing it's a short week, what's the biggest area of focus for you guys? And again, knowing that, you know, you're having Mitch come in as well.
Yeah, get an understanding of who the Patriots are, get an understanding of, you know, what Mitch wants and what Mitch sees, and then just figuring out as an offense to, you know, make sure that we are where we're supposed to be for Mitch to be successful.
Someone who's pretty familiar with the history, how jarring is it to see a two-win Bill Belichick team at this point in the year?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're a good team. They got you know, talent. We can't overlook anyone. They got talent just like we have talent. They're very strong on the defensive side of the ball, and so you know, we're gonna have our hands full with them.
They've held 3 straight offenses to 10 points or less. What are the things that you guys have to do to get back to be able to counter what they do well?
Yeah, we're gonna have to be able to run the ball. We're gonna have to be able to score points. You know, they're, like you said, they've held offenses to under the 10 points in the past couple of games. I think I saw something like they're giving up the least amount of points in the 4-game stretch. So they're a solid defense. We're gonna have our hands full for sure.
Mason Rudolph's only a snap away now. I know he's only running a scout team, but what have you seen from him in practice and even back to training camp?
Yeah, he shows up every single day. He's consistent. He works hard. Everyone has full faith in him, and you know, he knows the offense. So you know, if anything were to happen, obviously he's gonna step up, and we're gonna expect him to execute.